Tom, set the scene.
Good God.
Can the scene involve my character eating?
I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah,
BRB.
yeah,
I mean, like,
Well, if you
around
said
a
I set the scene, I'll
campfire,
BRB.
right?
I mean, we aren't going to be jumping around much, but you know, we will start right after Long and fuck is your name, Julio Cortazar introduce themselves after stumbling upon the Northwood pair in their camp in the woods.
Is this gonna have music, Tom?
I have not played, yes, but not today.
And some
I've
music
looked at it a little bit, but not enough. They didn't kind of like do pretty much
ambience.
this last week.
What would you recommend?
Oh, fucking no. Conversation music, something. I don't fucking know what that would entail.
Wait, but is this like in a forest or something, or what?
You guys are in a forest, a slight bit off the main road.
Forest music.
Forest music works. What you eating, Chris? By the way.
Fried chicken.
Wow. Okay, yeah. I won't make a racist joke.
And it was right after introductions we started.
Right after.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, fine. You already introduced yourself anyway when you weren't here.
Exactly, that's what I imagined, right?
We got to do it again. I wasn't listening.
Ian isn't name, so. Why does this ambient forest music have a beat?
Oh, fuck's sake, I didn't mean to close that. God damn it.
Wait, I can't actually hear the music.
Give me that shit back.
It was
Well,
on
it's,
stream.
it's not in Roll20.
it's like
No,
it's
it's
on my
on stream.
Spotify.
Oh,
Okay.
Anybody?
Give me that shit.
Alright, set the scene.
I always thought it was
You already did, Ian!
You set the scene? What is it?
Yeah, Chris was in.
You guys are in a forest.
We're in a forest. That's
Yeah, we're setting the scene right after the introductions, basically. You guys do.
what's
Tom,
the
can you do like
You
an intro to the world and
Yeah,
its
yeah,
current
yeah,
situation?
like what's the setting?
I know, like basically there's still nothing about Chris.
Where is it forest?
Just a random forest in a
Random
random world.
Random world
Can you make some
For the
stuff up
bit.
for us so that we have something to go with?
with descriptive, flowery words.
Okay, sure.
Yay.
No, just make up some place names, but give us a frame of reference.
Yeah, so we can be like, so why are you in like this region, or what brought you to blah 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 blah. Like it doesn't even. I just saw characters can actually be like, you know, just
And have a reason to
oh,
be
we're
here
in a
specifically in this part of the world.
forest. Yeah, right. We
Okay,
can make up a reason like, oh, I've come
you
to the
guys-
city of blah 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 because it's, you know, a good trading hub.
Okay, sure. You guys are traveling towards the city of Navaria, which is the capital of the region of Navaria, well, country of Navaria.
Okay.
You are in the forest, like a couple of days away from reaching the town, for whatever reasons you guys want to go there first. But it's a big city.
Mm.
It's a big capital city,
Okay. Wait, what's the name of the city?
Navaria.
I thought that was the name of the country.
It's both.
Hi, Luxembourg.
Okay.
Wait, is it Navaria or Mavaria?
Navaria.
Neither.
Navaria?
Navaria.
Is it N or M?
Ibaria?
Navaria.
Navaria.
Oh, Novaria. Oh my god.
Yes. It's a country that sprung from the city and like encompassed certain other.
Cities.
You know, it expanded. You know,
Like
in
Singapore
influence. Sure.
or Hong Kong.
Sure.
This is where Long is from.
Hong Kong from.
Little Monk Long who comes from Hong Kong.
I love it.
It's like a children's story.
Oh,
Well,
please.
yeah, actually.
Please stop.
Fantasy Hong Kong.
Chris, you know you love it. Wait, what did Jacket's stream look like? But where the... Oh, it's so spoopy.
Yeah, I figured it was pretty
Oh my fucking
spoopy
God,
looking at the
hilarious.
Curse of Strahd picture on the Roll20 campaign.
Tom, you gotta adjust your webcam. Look at you. I can barely see you. Move it down.
Yeah.
Well, you can see the
Sometimes I
mustache.
sit up,
That's the
you
important
know?
part.
You don't
Sometimes I sit down. Sometimes I sit up, sometimes I sit down.
Hey,
and
fine.
move.
Okay. Okay, so we're in a forest.
You are in a forest. You guys are sitting at your camp. You've just well, no, the Juan Long or Little Monk Long, whatever the fucking
Julio, not Julio.
Julio Francesco Cortazar have just stumbled upon the camp of James and William Northwood, and you have introduced yourself and take it away.
We have? No, we have not yet. We haven't.
Yes, you have. So I said you missed things.
Wait, we've introduced ourselves.
Wait, have
but I
we?
didn't get to
No, we
say
haven't.
anything. I didn't get to
Yes,
say
introduced
anything.
We
yourself.
haven't introduced. Why would we not roleplay introducing ourselves?
Is this a problem in a campaign, Tom? Can we not?
Okay, now Sheriff, I fucking.
We gotta be able to.
No, I'm just
roleplay
curious
introduction.
as to what reason.
No, okay. Look, I. Never mind.
Tom's
Never
only like
mind.
half an hour, so you didn't realize me talking character at all. And he's like, oh.
Apparently,
No, I mean it's like.
But like our characters are like meeting.
Hi,
for the
I'm
first
you.
time.
You are me. Hi, sure.
Yeah, why can't we have?
I mean, it's better
if you did.
Sure. Okay.
Okay,
You see
so
a camp. You see a
Okay.
fire.
right, I'm chatting with.
Long
I'm chatting
and-
with.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna call you Long Julio. You see a campfire in the woods. You approach it.
You overhear voices. I'm like, so James, how long do you think it'll take us to get to Novaria from now? It should be just maybe 1 or 2 more days.
Just a couple more days, yeah. You sure we don't want any more of this chicken, Will?
Oh no, I've had plenty. I feel like I need to get some rest. It's been a long day. Too much walking for me.
I shrug.
okay.
Continue to devour
Can
chicken.
we pause and like do character descriptions?
Okay. So yeah, so I guess like, I think we're both sitting kind of like, probably next to each other, maybe like on a log of wood.
Yeah, shoulder to
like,
shoulder.
yeah, maybe like right next to the fire. I mean, you guys can see my picture, right?
Yeah, but
I
it's
can
a
drag it
while
onto the
ago.
map or something like that. So roughly, like my face looks like that, but I'm wearing like traveling clothes, and it's got a cloak and like walking boots and everything, but it's very finely made. It still does manage to look quite formal, even if it is like meant for the road. Wait, where did we do our character description? What we look like? Is that like not on our character sheet?
I put it in my.
You have the picture. You have the
Well,
picture on the. Well, your picture is in the.
Yeah, both pictures are on there.
Well,
Yeah, but I want to describe like how I actually look. So yeah, so I'm wearing like the rough clothes. My
Oh.
face does look like that. I'm quite short. I am 5'6". I like even like almost from behind. Yeah, I'm
Tiny.
from behind. 5. Yeah, I'm short. Yeah, from behind. If you're like walking towards us, maybe our backs are to you. Like the size of his body, like the frame compared to me, I look like like a child. Like even sitting down, I look like I maybe weigh 110 pounds. Like I'm like maybe 55 kilos. I'm very very light. Exactly, but of course, I am still wearing quite like it's quite fancy and well-made traveling wear. It's quite sick clothing, so I maybe don't look as frail as I actually am. Yeah, I got like black hair, messy back. If you like, maybe you see it in the light. I have like blue-green eyes, blue-gray. Sorry. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. I am significantly larger. Just over 6 feet tall, like not even 6'1". Like but broad for that height. So it's like a heavy set 240 pounds on the frame, kind of along with the green tint to the skin implies that this is a half orc. The skin is sort of this pale shade of green. He's got a pair of stubby tusks from like jutting up from his lower jaw. He's got long black hair pushed behind pointed ears, and I think I can just drag this on. Can I?
I did it.
How did you do it?
Yeah, I dragged it from my character sheet onto the
God, I was just highlighting things. It's very annoying.
click and drag, man.
There we go.
Oh, you have a token. Wait, do I have a token, Chris?
Yeah, it's on the sheet.
Oh, nice.
He has like small silver loops pierced in his ears. His clothes are just like a practical traveling garb, like just traditional traveling garb, like well worn, seen a lot of use, but like was clearly originally of very high quality. He has a quite large pack on his back, and like resting against the log next to him is a steel-headed war maul with a long oaken shaft.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the best if we introduce ourselves as well, right as we see each other. Patrick, you want to go first, or should I?
Like what I look like?
Mhm.
That? Okay. So, Long, he's very tall. He's 6'7".
Oh,
That was
what
pretty
is it? Oh, yeah, you're
He's a
huge.
very, very tall human. He's bald. He has casual monk clothes, like in the picture.
Sure, loose fitting. And like,
Yeah. Yeah, and other than the backpack and what other traveling bags he has with him, he also has he also carries a quarterstaff. And
do you like
gray
use
eyes.
it to walk, or do you like just kind of have it?
I use it to
shoulder?
walk.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
That's because of the too tall. He's got bad legs.
I don't put that much. Like I carry it in hand as
That
I
might
walk.
be a
I
fucking
don't
huge quarter
put
staff.
that
I feel
much.
like. Oh, okay. I was like, if you're using it to walk with 6'7", that's one big quarter staff. Okay.
I just hold like it's more like a wandering, traveling stick than
Calm down,
a
Chris.
than something I need to use.
Sure, yeah.
Alright, can I drag it? Oh, did I drag it? So, my character is Julio Cortazar.
Wait, that's you. That's not.
That's,
but it's the
that's
monk with a quarter staff.
Oh wait, no. This,
No, we're quarter
How
staff
do I
buddies.
drag out my picture?
Oh,
Oh, it's so
okay.
small.
Oh shit, that's
Okay, alright.
tiny indeed.
It's so small. Oh wait, no. This is like the token, so to speak. I don't know how to drag out the big picture. No idea. I don't know. How to
Is
It's
it is
fine.
it like your avatar in the character sheet? I don't
Oh,
know.
if I go and buy on info, do I drag this entire
Yeah.
picture out?
Oh god, that's,
Oh god,
That's
no,
real
it's
big.
huge.
Oh, okay. Oh, you look. Yeah, okay. Very. You pretty
like
young.
like
How
a
old
gentle
you-
giant, I think.
How old do you look?
Early 20s or just below that.
Okay.
Alright, so my character's on the right. Julio Cortazar. He looks, like in the picture, kind of scruffy. Also with a quarterstaff, but on his back. He's not currently using it. Like very loose-fitting clothes. Kind of exotic looking, like they're not from around here.
Okay.
He in the picture he looks kind of youngish, and he does have a youngish appearance, but you can see around his eyes it's like crow's feet and stuff. He's slightly older, like I would say, if you had to guess, like and like late 30s maybe.
Late 30s. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. See, still level 1.
He's got a late start, and he also has a backpack-ish kind of role.
Sure. Okay. Cool.
Ooh, that's a big token.
For you. Okay.
That's everyone describing it. Oh god, your tokens. Make a smaller one.
How do I do this?
I don't know.
Exactly. Oh.
Still,
Who
you have to
who did that?
Now the size is correct.
To scale.
How'd you do that, Tom?
DM can do it
What-
first.
Oh, cheating.
I need to fix my token later, so it has like a border and stuff like that.
Yeah, are we gonna use our tokens this session, Tom?
Oh, what?
Not really, no.
Not really. Okay. I was gonna bother then.
Okay. So yeah, we're like sitting at a campfire, I guess, like casually in conversation.
Okay.
But I definitely hear you approach them. Like,
Well, can we roll a stealth check?
yeah, you can. You still feel. Just saying, I got pretty good passive perception.
See, this is why I wanted a solo session with Paul. Because then we would have a rapport.
You already have one. Just saying, Jack, I got 18 passive perceptions, unless
That's
you're
pretty
real.
Holy
unless
shit,
you're
that
real-
is.
I'm an observant boy.
Yeah. Turns out. Well, we're not trying to sneak, so
Okay.
it's fine.
Yeah, so we walk up and kind of look at you long for a bit, and then I raise my hand. Say, greetings, strangers. May we share your fire in this
Greetings,
dark
friend. Yes.
evening?
Please, the nicest chill. Sit down. Would you like some chicken?
How much thanks. Chicken sounds fantastic. I have not
It
had
really
it.
is.
Nice.
I kind of just like frown a little and just kind of nod if you like sit down after it.
Tom, please go off camera if you have to laugh. I can't. I can't keep it straight.
He's muted, so it's fine.
Okay.
And I'm like, so I'll be like, oh yes, it's always nice to meet new travelers. My name is William Northwood. What are yours?
You may call me Julio Cartazar. I am a priest of Talara.
I see. Wait,
And I'm
name-
James. I say, handing you a piece of chicken.
can I roll
Much thanks, much
knowledge,
thanks.
religion to know what what god that is or anything? Or is it like common knowledge?
It's a pretty common god. I think you just know it. 'cause,
Common knowledge.
How would you know
it's
it? Okay.
It's the god of. Well, it's like a dragon deity, but it's pretty commonly worshipped. It stands for like light and justice and etc.
Like light, not fire, but like light.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it good? Like a goody law? What's the alignment of the god?
It's a good one.
Okay, it's a good one. What was it name again? Could you write it down so I know how you spell it?
Yeah.
Talara. Okay.
Talara.
It's like I see. Yes, I'm familiar with the god. And yourself, what was your name?
This one is called Long. I'm but a monk from a isolated monastery in the Far East.
I see. Interesting.
Well
Well,
named.
Well, yes, you are of course welcome to join our fire this evening. It's been a little bit of time since we've had company on the road.
You gods, man, you are enormous, though. I could sail somewhere with your shirt. Like, you're an,
It's
I
like
simply
indeed,
smile.
you're an inspiration.
indeed, are all people from the East so tall? I haven't found myself acquainted with any before.
No, not really.
He is quite a
Must be an
specimen.
outlier.
You should see him in a fight. We were
No.
in a bar fight a couple of times back.
Hmm.
It's something to behold.
I see. What are you doing on the road? Are you heading to Novaria?
Who are you facing when you say this?
Just like you two in general. I'm assuming you're probably sitting
Ah.
quite near each other. Like, I'm talking to the group, but like obviously I'm not talking to my brother.
I simply travel to find. I simply travel to find my true calling and my to further my training. I have no true goal in going to that city. It is simply where my path have led me.
How fascinating.
Yes. And yourself?
Me? I
Julio?
simply... Julio, yes. Oh, you could use a transition over what the how do you say how you pronounce it?
The
over
pronunciation.
It is quite specific. But yes, I
Over
have
the
merely
night.
chosen to accompany my friend here. He,
Your acquaintances.
as I said, he made quite an impression on me. And you see, I am a writer, and I am always looking for inspiration. And I have a feeling this man right here could be a main character one day, if I give him the proper story.
So he's following his destiny, and you're there to write about it?
Well,
The
I
classic
do
life
not
of a
care
bard,
for
brother.
destiny as such. It is more flowery than that. I can make it better, even.
So you will make up stories about of exploits if they are, in truth, uninspiring.
Every good story does have a core of truth in it.
I see.
So, what brings you down this dark forest?
We're just traveling in a general southerly direction.
Yes, we'd had a bit too much of the cold north and thought we'd seek some brighter pastures.
Now, excuse me, you do not look very familiar to each other, but you speak in a similar way. Have you been together traveling for long?
Yes,
We're brothers.
Yes.
Well, half brothers, really.
Ah, I was gonna say.
Where it counts. Hey, what do you
Yes.
What do you
It is good to keep the family close. It is an important bond.
Indeed, it is. I'm glad you think the same way. Have you? You
Take a
said
bite of chicken.
you don't sound like you're exactly from here. Are you quite far from home?
Ah, yes, I have made quite the travels.
But did you then leave your family behind?
In a way, yes. I am from the mountainous region of La Rija. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Name rings a bell.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Will probably remembers better than I do.
Yes, it is.
The town I am from is very insignificant. It's a little farming village called Quadal. We should visit sometimes. It is quite beautiful.
If I had known of it, Jack, like how far away is it from like the current location? Like how long?
I mean, I've been on the road for like a couple of years, I think.
Okay, so it could be like fucking thousands of miles away.
Could be pretty far.
Sure, okay. Like yes, maybe one day my travels or our travels will take
It
us.
certainly sounds charming.
If you keep traveling south, you will eventually find it.
Well, I'm not sure quite yet how far we'll go, but I'll remember that. See if
We may yet reach there.
we'll see.
So, have you had any troubles on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
No, it's been fairly uneventful, luckily, and my brother is well, he's good in no rough.
Ah, yeah, I do not wish to make presumptions. He does look pretty capable in a fight.
Indeed, he is. Luckily for me.
He was like a kind of modest shrug.
Long as just drinking water and eating some vegetarian.
I keep looking at Long, like I just can't believe what I'm seeing.
It's
found
mad,
soulmates.
they grow that tall over there.
This is quite a chicken, by the way. Are you a chef of some kind?
I dabble. Been on the road a wee while now. In fact, I learned to make do.
See, I was always too lazy to make my own food. This is why I travel with Long as well.
He's your cook?
He is not my cook, but he is willing to prepare the food more than I am.
I see.
He does not eat meat though. It's
Ah,
No chicken for Long.
Yeah. Another Eastern.
I refrain from such desires.
I see.
Any other desires refrain from, Long?
Most.
Well, that sounds like quite an unfortunate way to live.
You see,
Yeah,
I keep
listen.
trying him to offer him alcohol, but he remains strong so far.
Well, I wouldn't say no.
All right, just
He's
a
like
drink.
looking at
Then.
you like, come on then.
So, are you offering me some alcohol?
Yeah, I'll pull
Oh,
out
yeah.
I
I'll
kind
take
of
that.
like looking with worry. Like, oh.
I'll take like as large of a swig as I feel I can kind of get away with it without it being like awkward. Like, dude, right? How you?
Yeah, you see my frown go
stop.
deeper.
Yeah, right. So I take like a respectful swig, but still a good amount, and pass it back. Thank you. It was well needed. We ran out days ago.
Ah, that is sadness on the road.
Really should carry more.
Kind of glance towards my backpack.
I'm kind of just like looking interestedly at like the both of you, and I'm like, but how long have you been traveling together? If you seem to come from such different places, and you say you want to write about exploits and you sent greatness in them. How long has that been happening? When did you meet?
Yes, you are rather unlikely companions.
Exactly. How did you come across each other on the road?
Kind of look at him if he wants to.
Do you want to make up our backstory?
Well, I mean,
Want to make up how long this was?
I mean, yeah, I could,
We never came up with the exact number. Anyway,
I'll go.
it's
with
only
this.
been a couple of weeks since we started traveling together.
I see, but I mean, how did you become acquaintances? Did you simply run into each other much as you ran into us?
It was during a bar fight. Some unruly character took.
Offense at your height?
They had indulged themselves a little too much.
I see.
And took offense of the fact that I was not doing the same.
What a bastard.
He's not speaking of me.
I see. And Julio helped you in the fight?
Whenever there is a bar fight, I try to join in. But as I said, he does not require my aid.
I see.
Forgive me, Julio, you don't really have the look of a barroom brawler about you.
Yes.
That's the important part. They never see it coming.
I suppose that's fair enough.
And
The staff
let's
is
just say I do not always fight a fair fight.
I suppose that's fair enough as well in a barroom brawl.
In an unfair way, yes.
There are no rules in war.
Yes, that could be right. I kind of saw to get up, kind of finish my food, and you can kind of see like stand up now, like you can see a bit more obviously like I am like ridiculously frail, right? Like I walk like it's not necessarily slowly, but just like carefully, right? Like every step is considered, not to hurt myself, and it's also quite like But I do have like quite a straight back. I do walk quite like
Upright.
stiffly and upright. But you see, like, well, if you excuse me, it is getting quite late, and I need to prepare our site for the evening. And I kind of like walk around like the outside of like the site, and I'll like begin casting alarm as like a ritual. So kind of like tracing the area around the camp, and you're like muttering words, but it's like 10 meters long, right? So it's like actually like a quite long procedure.
I mean, magic is common enough that there wouldn't be.
Yeah, right. I don't think you'd be like amazed, but like it's just I think.
And like as though it's not even happening, I'll just continue chatting. Like, so will you then be traveling to Navaria with us tomorrow, or did you have a different route in mind? You weren't really clear earlier along.
I wouldn't mind keeping the two of you company.
Fantastic. Always wanted to be part of a story.
You never
Yeah,
know.
that will. We're going to be part of a story.
Oh, what a delight!
I am sure your stories are quite interesting already.
They have certain flair.
Well,
Yeah, I'm happily muttering magic.
I'm still eating chicken. Like
Well, it's sort of chicken.
James eats like an enormous. Like he's just been
how many
constantly,
chickens are on this pile?
constantly eating. Like since you guys sat down, it's probably like gone through like a couple since you've just been here.
I had like a
Protein.
leg. I had one leg. Also the leg.
Long has like half an eye on William. Seems to be a bit interested in the magic itself.
Wants to do, yeah.
You don't eat that.
I think at this point we just.
Yeah, this one.
Yes.
You can go. You can,
We're good.
You can go and talk.
Take it away, Tomo.
Take it away.
Take it away, Tomo, you say, huh?
I
Well-
think during Curse of Strahd we only call him Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 20-foot square alarm. Ooh. I wanted to make a mental alarm, by the way. I get to choose.
Yeah, sure. So as the night grows dark, you all get ready to rest.
Wait. James, do we have a tent?
I don't believe so.
What did James get a tent? We must have a tent.
Fortunes, right?
Don't think our kit.
Okay, we have a tent. Okay, Tom, continue. Sorry, I didn't need to make sure I had a tent.
But you have one?
That's fine.
No, but you do.
Do I?
Yes.
No.
I had the tent.
Wasn't in the Explorer's pack.
God damn it, we need it. Alright, fine, no tent. I'm free.
You have extra
Well,
blankets.
Okay. Fuck.
Mm.
Okay. The woods are quiet, and the air grows chill. Your fire sputters as a low mist gathers around the edges of your camp, growing closer as the night wears on. By morning,
we'll sleep though. So no.
by morning, the fog hangs thick in the air, turning the trees around you into grey ghosts.
Wait, I'm sorry, can you repeat that last part? Like the fog thickens and then?
The fog hangs thick in the air, turning the trees around you into grey ghosts.
Hang.
Gay grey ghosts.
No.
They're fabulous.
Now this is as you start.
Then we start waking
So
up.
you turn, you notice. Then you notice these aren't the same trees that surrounded you the night before.
Okay.
I don't think I
Then-
would notice that. I'm not
then
that
we-
bad.
Is
But
it
then we
me? Or was I drunker last night than I originally thought I was?
Yeah, like
What
I've
was
like
that you gave me?
yeah, like as soon as like I wake up, I like stand up and I kind of like stare around. It's like you're right, Julio. It's somewhat troubling. I kind of like as quickly as I can like turn around and like look in all different directions. James,
Is the alarm still intact, Will?
I kind of like it's been 8 hours. Like it ended, but I would have known if anything had destroyed it. Like nothing should have been able to come within the area.
Well, but if we're somewhere else now, though, Tom, is the alarm like we've been?
But like it's been 8 hours, right? So I wouldn't know. That's where it ended.
Well, I mean, like it's just
Honestly.
ending, you know.
All right, Tom. Is there any? Do I have any way? Can I like sense if the magic protection was around the camp or not?
Everything seems as done the night before.
Okay. Like I don't think like it should be the same spot. Like our
So
camp's the
the-
exact same, right? It's like our camp.
Exactly the same.
It's like James, you were like at my shoulder.
So
it's not over, like,
yeah,
kinda,
yeah,
like, wait.
yeah, yeah. So
Like,
how,
James,
how
James.
different? How different is how noticeably different is the terrain? Is it like yesterday it was the 100-acre woods and today it's like the haunty, spooky woods, or like
Well,
it's just the
it
same
is-
but different
it's-
trees in different places?
As you you look around more. You look up to the sky. You feel it should be brighter as it is, but there's just very thick fog hanging in the air, and the trees. Yeah, you could describe them as more of a spoopy,
More spooky.
More
spoopy
spooky.
kind of forest. It's the
I
whole
have my
everything looks,
warhammer with me.
everything looks grayer than it did before.
Yeah, like I'm like this is very troubling. I kind of look a bit like frantic and like kind of like.
I call out into the fog. Like, is anyone there? I don't
An
think so.
owl hoots.
Ah.
Oh,
I go and take a look if I'm guessing there was like a small walking path that we took to get
yeah.
to
Right?
and see if the path is still there where we got from.
Can't find the path.
It seems we have changed locations.
That
Oh.
doesn't make any sense. It's
None of this
stupid
makes
idea.
sense.
Well, either we changed positions or the forest did.
I kind of
Isn't
look
it all the
suspicious.
same in a relativistic sense?
Oh, shut. I kind of look at like Julio and Long like pretty suspiciously. I'm like, neither of you have any idea what this could be. It could be related to you in no way.
No, probably not, if I had to guess.
Long,
I've never been in these parts before.
kind of shake my head. It's like, well, has anything happened in different
That
parts?
doesn't strike me as an answer to the question.
Yes, exactly, James. You have no idea what this could be.
No, these does not seem to go with the rules of nature.
He's got that bloody right.
The rules of nature can be twisted, but it is a bit worrying.
Well,
I'm like,
but in the end, we traded one forest for another forest.
yes, but I quite liked knowing the forest I was in.
Yes, what do you say we explore a little bit? See where we ended up.
Is the fog natural, Will?
I kind of like frown and like go towards it, and I'll just do detect magic on like it's like basically on an area, right? That's what it's like in 5e.
It's like it's a 30-foot area. You gain the knowledge of if anything's magical, and then with an action, you can make magical things slow.
Okay, so I will do that as a ritual will. Just detect the magic, Tom, to see if like I can sense it didn't fully created by magical means.
Does take you 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah, so I'm like muttering to myself and like frowning and drawing symbols in the air.
Okay. I told to the other two. I say, I take it nothing like this has ever happened to either of you before.
I think I would remember.
No.
I mean, I've woken up a couple of times not knowing where I was, but it always.
You could always backtrack your steps.
Exactly. I was never somewhere completely different.
I've traveled through fogs before, but nothing have come out of them that I would not expect.
Alright, let
Perhaps
me
that not changed.
commune with my goddess. Maybe she has an answer. I'm gonna sit down and like, close my eyes.
Hopefully we'll spell or tell us something. I'll just kind of sit there and wait for him to finish his ritual. Well, not sit there, I'll probably be standing up.
Have faith in my goddess. She
Looking
is
around.
the goddess of
What's
light.
the
That's all.
exact What's the exact for detect magic? What's the
I can
wording
probably
and shit?
use a fancy thing to like let you know.
Yeah.
Wait, Potter, can you
How
remove the
fancy?
huge monk?
So you get a binary yes no to if there is magic within 30 feet.
Yeah, basically.
Then you can make them. You can like detect the specific
Can I
magic. as an
remove it
action
somehow?
Delete it. Press the delete button.
Okay, it's that easy. How fancy.
Well, how do you delete something? Delete button, maybe?
And how long does that?
It takes him 10 minutes to.
Alright.
To cast.
I also, I guess, detect evil and good.
Ooh.
So I link it.
Is magic said in a specific language, or is it just magic language gibberish?
It's not like a specific language like you can learn it, but I think it's like uses magical words.
No, okay.
Oh, but that's not a bitch.
Yeah, but it does cost me as well.
When Julio starts casting something, like I just because Will is focused on the ritual, I just kind of like nudge you and like point out the fact that Julio's started casting a spell. Because like I'd recognize the magic was about to happen, or was like the hand gestures and shit.
You
that I
nudge
wouldn't
me?
know anything about. Yeah, I let you know
Okay.
because you're like paying attention to your ritual.
I just kind of like nod slightly, but just like continue focusing on it.
Okay.
Well,
How big is the clearing, so to speak, that we're in? Like, how big is the camp from tree to tree?
I would say maybe like 30 feet across. Pretty small.
Okay.
Like 30-foot diameter circle.
Yeah, I'm just paying attention to my surroundings.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle of the camp.
Well, Tom, is there any... Do I sense any magic? Like, do I think the fog's magical, or...?
You don't get. You gotta know.
I gotta know. Okay.
You don't. It's not.
Okay, so like at the end of 10 minutes...
Jack, you get to know.
Okay, so at the end of 10 minutes, I kind of like shake my head slightly. I'm just like, no, the fog, it's... Oh, I don't sense any magic creating it or comprising it. I'm not sure what it could be, but it doesn't seem natural, but perhaps if we have indeed been moved location, it could be natural to this area. But it's...
Well, sticking around here doesn't seem to be accomplishing anything.
No, you're right. You're right, James. We should at least try to figure out where we
Is it hot
are.
or cold in the area, by the way, Tom?
Yeah, is the temperature change at all?
It's definitely chillier than it was yesterday.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and I just thought I'd left it off.
Okay, yeah,
Let's
so
stick together and pick a direction. Try not to get lost, though. It'll get a while uncertain. We want to be able to find our way back to this point. It might be important.
Yes, but we should try to continue south at least. That's the only direction we knew there was a major city. At least if we go out to the woods, if it is the same place, we might better see signs of a major road, and if not, we'll know for sure we've moved.
Can I figure out which way is south, Tom?
You have no idea.
Is there?
But
Like,
I
do
look-
you
I
have a
can-
compass different?
Can I
You
just
have a
think of, like,
compass.
can I think of, like, where we camped? I knew, like, what direction of the camp was the original path we took, and then we go in the opposite way.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, based on the orientation of the camp, we take our
Yeah.
best guess at south.
Like, I
Yeah.
obviously don't know for sure itself, but for our knowledge itself,
Yeah.
basically,
Like we could have been flipped
Well,
around, but like
Yeah, exactly.
what we
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
was south. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best we're gonna get.
So like I guess sticking together. Well, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm sticking certainly close.
Yes,
together.
I'm very close.
Yeah, and I assume no one's like more than like 10 feet from anyone else as we kind of like
Do not
move
worry,
through
friend.
the
I'll
woods.
be right behind you.
I have my back.
I
Just
take
in case
a-
we get into a bar fight.
Yeah, as we start walking, I take a huge swig of my drink of the pass it to you and say, "How about it, friend?"
I just like shrug and take another swig, like given the situation, why not?
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I guess we start to head.
So is James in front or behind William? I'm guessing in front.
James is like almost. So we're walking almost side to side, but he's maybe like a half step ahead, right?
Yeah.
So like at a half. So like he is like the third person stand in like.
Could just be the extra like
Yeah. Right.
inches of his pectoral sticking out, but
But who knows?
there's a slightest difference in being ahead there.
But very close to the
Okay.
distance in line.
Never more than arm's reach apart.
And I'm very like nervously looking around. Like I like it's like my eyes are like flickering in all directions.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
Was
Very on it.
the detect? Oh, it's divination, not abjuration. Damn.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't get my
walking
shield
behind
anyway.
you guys.
It's level 1.
Following.
Oh right. Okay.
So you guys are walking, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why no music? I want spoopy music.
Yeah. Sorry. Next time, Charlie.
Next time, spoopy music. Okay.
I kind of looked at the music at some point, but then I forgot about it. And I didn't really do anything past week. So.
You want
Um,
poopy music, told me. Fantasy ambience playlist on.
well, yeah.
Method out of
The-
4.8%. Like.
The jukebox thing has some cool, also like sound effect that I quite enjoyed. Very spoopy. I keep closing shit. I shouldn't be closing. This comes with being unprepared for this stuff. Something like this.
Yes, it does.
I need to like make like a list of stuff in like an order for next time.
As I'm
where
behind
is
you,
it?
James, I'm looking at your backpack to see if there's any like piece of chicken sticking out that I can grab.
Yeah, like I probably just like threw everything in there kind of hastily before we left, rather than packing it orderly like I normally would. So they can be like just like the flaps open on one side and there's some just chicken sitting there.
Chicken wing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I try to grab it without you.
Is it just
I
like,
probably don't even notice. Like, enjoy it.
is it just the mist that prevents us from seeing that far, or is it actually dark
Quite-
as well?
It's quite thick mists. You
Oh.
can see little bits of like sunlight, I guess, but it's very very obscured.
Very
Okay.
obscure. And like if like we're walking through the mist, right? Does it like? This is kind of weird, but does it feel like if like mist is technically like water, like kind of water droplets?
It feels misty.
It feels like real mist. It's not like I can tell I'm walking through it. Okay, it's not just it's not just like sight. It's also feel. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me
Yeah,
everyone else is creeped the fuck out by this. Like, it's not just me, right?
Yes, brother. I admit this is a bit troubling. Yes.
I am worried.
Not quite what I was hoping
also
for.
extremely curious.
The change in location was quite sudden, but
My God, you guys taking this infuriatingly well.
I just smile at the.
Well, Long strikes me as the kind of person that never gets creeped out by anything, and
I'm like under my breath. I'm like, fucking idiot.
Julio strikes me as just a little bit. Julio strikes me as just a little bit insane. So,
What wonderful companions.
Been consistent.
there are worse people we could have at our side at a time like this. Will
Oh, fuck's
at
sake.
least apparently they know how to fight.
If you say so.
Okay, after let's say 20 minutes of walking to the forest, you
Mm.
come across a road.
Good.
Black pools of water stand
Hmm.
like dark mirrors in and around the muddy road. Giant trees loom on both sides of the road, their branches clawing at the mist.
Ah, great. Civilization.
It's like a dirt road.
Are the
There's
black
muddy
pool of
road.
water like actually really black, or is it just
It's just that dark.
that dark? Yeah.
Well, it's both. It's kind of dark and it's just
It's
very
reflection
dirty
and-
water.
Okay. But like,
I mean, you check it out. Closer. You put your finger in it.
Go closer to water.
Well, I don't even really notice the water that much. Like, well, our road is the
road
most
is
useful
good.
thing we found so far.
Indeed.
Which way shall we go?
Is there any sort of like signposts, anything? Did we just like walk through the forest and make our own trail? We didn't find like a path or anything, right? We
No,
basically
you just
wandered onto it.
And now we've stumbled across
Okay.
a dirt road.
Are there any signs of like tracks on the road at all? It's like dirt, right? So you might see tracks.
It's
Or
a
wagons.
muddy road that's it has like a little bit of a wagon tracks.
Okay.
Horse.
Which direction
in the
does the
middle?
road go compared to us?
Yeah, like do we come onto it like
Uh,
exactly like it's going like the opposite way, like that?
If you guys went south, it's going east and west.
Okay.
I don't know how it's called. It's like
it's a junction. It's a T junction.
Perpendicular.
T junction.
Perpendicular,
Okay,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, sure. That's exactly that.
Okay.
While he's investigating, I pull out a coin and like flip it and say, heads for left, tails for right.
I look at Will.
I just frown and shake my head and like it doesn't matter if that's the case. But what? Just flip it. Did you choose? It doesn't matter if I choose.
Oh, we let fate decide.
What direction did you get?
Yes, just
I'm gonna tails it is.
which
Which one was
was.
I forget. I
I'm trying
believe
to
it was
find-
right.
It's like-
I just turned left. I just turned left and went down the road.
I
Or
look
it might have
really
been
like.
left. I am not quite sure.
I just want to.
I'm like, great, let left it is.
Turn it
Well,
off.
well done, Julio.
Sleep nog even je
Well, a decision has been made, hasn't it?
Yeah, quite pointedly, just like I walk on as fast as I can, but like it's on that careful kind of march stride thing. But okay, so the mist here is just as bad, even on like the road in between the trees.
Yes.
And like, so how far can we see?
Je moet er niet aan denken dat een dief kan zien wat er
Like,
op een tablet of laptop staat. Dus maak
you assume
het
like
te
good 4 or 5
makkelijk
meters.
en activeer de
Real solid 4 5
a
meters.
good 5 meters. So we
So like
basically were on
15. Is 15 feet?
15 feet, yeah. So we were like on the road basically when we noticed it. We're like, the ground has changed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wait,
Well,
can you
no.
like
Okay,
see the-
okay, a little bit further, a little bit.
like
I mean,
30
like-
feet?
It's like it's very thick.
Okay, like 30 feet.
I've not been part of lots of thick fog outside, so I'm not having to
Okay,
step
You
in.
can normally see at least like 30 feet.
Yeah, like if I could only see
It's a
30
bit-
feet,
it's
that'd be a thick
It's a
fog.
bit less. It's a bit less.
Okay, but
It's a
like-
very thick fog.
okay, very
Okay.
thick fog. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
man,
we
this
got-
is spooky as hell.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, and we just like I guess start walking down this road.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like
We turn
I
left.
guess-
And,
Yeah, I just follow them and look around as we
I'm
walk.
kind of like as we walk, James. You kind of notice I'm kind of muttering stuff under breath, like it's like perhaps playing a magic. Be good at teleportation, but what doesn't make any sense.
I let you go through your process.
Like,
I know how you figure things out.
Playing the magic, the weather.
Pizzeria.
I've never seen this.
Long is extremely calm as he just fucking strides forward.
I walk alongside
strides.
Long and see you like walk with your walking stick, and I go. Frog and take off my quarterstaff and walk.
I am also using a quarterstaff to walk, but you know.
I'm just carrying my maul. I'm not actually using it as any kind of support. It's like over the shoulder.
That's how strong you are. You're using it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Just so everyone has a big stick. Excellent. We're prepared. Anything that could cross us. So yeah, we're just following this road on high alert. By road, I mean dirt path. Ah!
Oops.
1, 2, 3.
Perfect roll.
Brother! Get
We all die.
Rafa.
Brother!
Everyone
Okay.
takes 6 damage. And,
Fuck that. So like
Oh, you're dead.
No, but like,
Nah. It's just
wait, does something happen, Tom?
roll. Nah, I was just rolling random
Okay.
shit.
Don't worry about that, Ian.
Okay.
I missed the G.
Gee, Mr. G, that's not. That's even more worrying.
I mean, why would I roll random shit in public? I'm just rolling to
By
myself.
accident.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
Okay, so yeah, we just follow the road.
Yeah, but like after. Oh, sorry.
How long?
Like after like 5 minutes, I'm gonna
You
like
just
stop and like kind of just turn it and like be like and just like turn to you, brother, at least, and be like, "This, James, it doesn't make any sense. Magic did powerful with, it's unheard of. Teleportation is doable with this many people, but even then, it's the creatures themselves, the individuals, to transport our campsite, our equipment, our belongings, without us even noticing. It's unheard of. It doesn't make any sense.
I'll take your word for it, but what should we do?
You're
It's
saying
I kind of
an
turn. It's
illusion?
like Julio. You're a religious man. You're a student. Do you have any idea what kind of this could possibly be? Like, obviously the gods themselves are this powerful, but apart from that, I know nothing.
Well, there are certainly evils in this world that have the capability to do this kind of thing.
True, but
There are also natural areas that are stenched with this kind of evil that's corrupt the land.
true, but the area itself can't be, because I didn't detect any magic in the site we got transported to. It can't be like a source of magical power.
I think of it and I slap myself. No, I do not think it is an illusion either.
Me neither, but perhaps a dream, some magic is putting us under us. Well, if it's controlling our minds, I guess it's plausible they could put in a fake world, a universe for us to explore, but
I just kind of look at Long.
Are there still black pools around on the side of the road?
you know, he meant like water puddles, right? So I'm just like, okay, when you say black
Yeah,
pools, I'm like,
they
you know,
are.
they're like swimming.
Yeah.
They are.
Well, we don't know how deep they are.
Yes.
I'm just slightly off. Like, if we were walking a line before with James and William being pretty much next to each other, I would have walked like on the side of the road at this point, just looking at one of those puddles while I hear you guys discussing whatever.
Yeah, I was just
shaky.
just completely lost track of the conversation the two of them having. So
Yeah.
I was
You
just
said-
curious to see what you were doing.
You were.
Yeah, I seem to actually quite enjoy the environment that we're in.
Weirdo.
Hmm. You were trying to commune with your god, right, Julio? With Talara? Was there any spawns? Did you get any impressions or what could be happening?
Well, gods don't usually talk to you as we would, but I did not get a sense of any evil presence around us. Usually, they are pretty good at keeping me up to date when I am in danger, at least. They are very vague, and to know what they plan and do is impossible.
Yes,
Just
I would imagine.
probably something like that.
Kind of shake my head. I was like, all right, I assume there's no other option except to continue. But it feels like, well, something did this to us, and it must. I don't see how it could have just happened incidentally or randomly. It's some
Well,
powerful. It must be some powerful magic. I don't know any other explanation, but why we would be the subject to it.
I have no idea, but this road has to go somewhere, right?
Yeah, I guess we might. Yeah, sorry. it is troubling me, and I really needed to just
I hold
guess,
out
vent.
my flask to you.
At this point, Long.
I'll kind of like take it and then like give it a little sniff. Does it smell like a strong? Is it like a spirit or like beer or something?
It's like spiced wine or something.
Really nice. I kind of like sniff it a bit more, like frown a little, and then like do like a little.
I'm like
Well,
keeping an
it's-
eye because I know how Will handles his alcohol.
Is it just like it's an okay spice wine, not that strong.
It's
Eh.
layman, it's pretty strong, I guess.
To layman, so I'll kind of like have like a little bit of like maybe like kind of like cough a little bit on my breath and like that's what we're like well thank you. Perhaps it'll help.
There's no fun being in trouble or being completely sober.
I see. But yes, James. Sorry, let's continue.
If I see nothing different, like nothing that interests me. I just return to the group and let us simply see where fate takes us. And I just start walking, same direction we were going.
Okay,
In faces.
you guys. Yeah. You guys
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look at him troubled. Like, no one should be that relaxed.
very spooked. Well, as you guys keep walking, you guys have been like on the shore for about half an hour now. Doesn't seem like much is changing. The forest is keeping the same general look. The road is still going on. You hear certain different sounds in the forest. You hear owls. You hear wolves far away in the distance.
Okay.
As you keep going,
Yeah.
you just keep going. I mean, do you just keep going?
I think
How
after
long are we-
like an hour or so,
An hour.
I'd say. Like,
An
you
hour
know,
and there's no signs of anyone on the road. Nothing like
Right.
that.
Any other
No
roads,
signposts, like road turning off in any other direction. Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
so after like an hour, I'll suggest we stop and have something to eat. I'm getting kind of hungry.
That's a decent plan as any. Perhaps, I mean, someone might continue along the road. It might be just as likely to run into someone, and for all we know, this road might go on for hundreds of miles.
I believe
agree,
if we
we
were to
should.
find someone here, they would either be as lost as we are or nefarious.
At this point, I might be willing to at least meet someone,
Very true.
regardless.
I sit down and begin to eat a ration.
Okay,
I do the same. There's no like marks on the road or anything. It's just those like there's been a cart at some point. You
Yeah.
can't see any directions or anything from the tracks on the road.
Anyway, can we do like survival? See how old the track looked, Tom?
Sure. Roll.
I'll do my best.
Let's see. What do I even have in survival?
I'm like going up. I'm like, it's gotta be something.
Also, your footsteps definitely
Oh.
leaving tracks.
Okay.
Walking.
Okay.
It's definitely that muddy.
Long. You know, clearly, even though I'm, I'm inside city boy. Thanks.
As you try to discern how old these tracks are, you take in reference to the footsteps and the markings that you've been behind.
Sure.
You can guess it's like probably like no more than a week and a half, 2 weeks old.
Okay. Often enough. So like I'll kind of like play like down. Oh, well, I was careful not to kneel on the ground, but I was like kind of squatting and like use my walking stick to support me. It looked very uncomfortable. But I kind of like get to my feet and I'm like, oh. I believe that the wagon that passed maybe a week and a half, maybe 2. I don't think it was much longer, but that itself is a bit worrying that there'd be no further use of the road for that long. It's quite a while for trade and travelers to ignore it.
Yes. Although it's possible. I mean, the road. This is a dirt road, Tom. Right? It's not that like wide or anything. It's just through the forest.
Exactly.
Whereas it's like
It's possible it's just a minor.
It's an old dirt road.
It's possible it's just a minor trail that will connect up to a larger road and at some point along it, or reach whatever was at the end of it.
Tom, the road we were camping on before we arrived here, like last night, was that a well-traveled road, or was that also not?
Fairly, yeah.
But yeah, I'll kind of like pick it like part of a ration, but I don't seem to really be eating it. I'm also gonna during this. I'm gonna decide to cast Mage Armor myself.
Now, it might just be me, but for the time we have been traveling, all of these forests look exactly the same. Are we sure we're not walking the same path? Are we actually making progress?
Does the road seem to be like curving around?
Not at all.
It's completely straight.
Looks completely straight, yes.
Well, it's hard to be sure in this fog, but the path looks straight enough.
I have
I
not
kind of
seen
like
footsteps in front of us. So.
I glance around at the trees, nearby, Tom, and then like I want to break a branch off one in kind of like of a distinctive way, so it's like hanging down or something by a scrap, so that we notice it again if we passed it.
Okay.
So I just reach up with a grunt of effort, just like snap a small branch, and then just kind of leave it hanging there and say, "Well, we should hopefully notice if we pass that again."
Yeah, we really should also notice our footsteps, though. We see, definitely are leaving them.
Yep, you definitely are.
So I guess we
Let's-
eat a bit and then continue.
But do we see
Yeah.
any high ground, Tom?
None.
There's no like
It's-
mountains in
there's-
the distance or. Oh yeah,
Not
I
through
guess
the
it's
fog.
too
Yeah, definitely not through the
above
fog.
us.
Definitely not through the fog.
If I
Maybe I'm like, but like, when I say like small dirt road, right? It's not like a random small track through the forest, but it is like a road. Like it was put there. Someone made that dirt road.
Sure. It's not
like
just
a
made by
walk
people.
path.
It's not made by people walking. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a wider road, not too wide. You know,
Does
like,
it look wide? Is it wide enough to like fit 2 wagons on either side?
with no?
Okay.
Like
Yes.
wagons would like one wagon would have to come off the path to the road to pass each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like half off.
Yeah, it's
You can
like a
definitely have
wagon.
like
Okay.
yeah, you can have like a wagon and a half wide, maybe
Looks like this, right? Yeah, just like that. It's like that. Oh, it's
Whoa.
sunny that time.
That's way too wide.
I don't think that's way too wide.
Hella wide.
It might be something like that. Yeah, actually.
It's way too wide.
Depends on
It's
how
not,
wide.
it's not that sunny, nor
No.
can you, and definitely more forest around.
Oh, I found a much better one than if it falls around. I got it. I got it.
Please.
I mean, yeah,
Okay. Okay. No, stop. Okay, but yeah, like I'm kind of just we ate some food, but I guess like I kind of turned to
yeah. This fits more.
James again, and I'm like, we have to continue onwards. There's no option, right?
Yeah, I don't see anything. Which way were we going?
We remember which way. Like I just look and I see our
You
tracks going
remember,
behind,
yeah.
and I'm like, it's that way.
I was kidding.
as you
William,
guys-
lighten up.
I was like kind of nervous while like James, you.
As you guys are preparing to, you've over the course of time, you've been hearing like the howling of wolves, but like very far away.
Okay.
So like you realize this land is home to many wolves,
Many wolves.
but at the moment, the howls seem to be moving closer, starting to get too close for comfort.
Brother.
Yeah, those houses were a bit too close for comfort.
Yes.
And we will end there
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
because it's getting to 5.
Yeah, Jack, you have to go soon, huh?
Like that.
Okay. No, interesting.
Gonna bash them.
Wolves. We can deal with
Wolves
wolves,
gone.
Chris. They're melee. It's okay. It's okay. I hide
Oh,
behind.
yeah, that one's a wizard wolf.
No.
An archer wolf.
That would suck.
With a crossbow on its back, yeah.
I'm sure one wolf bite will like most likely take.
Obviously, yeah.